Palm Springs often feels like paradise, with all the sunshine, the palm trees, the mountain views, and that easy desert vibe. But like anywhere, it does come with a few trade-offs. Now, if you're thinking about moving here, maybe because you're a corporate executive looking for a lifestyle change, or perhaps you're a family relocating for a better quality of life, it's certainly worth taking a closer look at what living here is really like. Hi, my name is Craig Michaels, your Palm Springs realtor, and when I first started helping families relocate to the Coachella Valley, the biggest challenge I noticed was information overload. Really, there's just so much to figure out. The jobs and the schools, the housing, the lifestyle, the neighborhoods. It can be overwhelming, and that's why I put together a free location guide that breaks everything down in one place. You can download it instantly by clicking the link below or in the top pinned comment. So, is Palm Springs a paradise or a pitfall? In today's video, we're going to take a balanced look at life in Palm Springs. Is it truly a paradise, or are there some pitfalls that you should know about? And let's start with some challenges first. First up, it's the heat. That's no secret. Palm Springs sits in the low desert. Our summers can be intense. It's completely normal to see temperatures around 100, sometimes 110, and even 115. And that means your outdoor living can be a bit limited. Air conditioning becomes your best friend, and certain activities, especially if you like to golf or hike, you may have to do that early morning or late evening or afternoon, but not during the daytime. So you have to adjust your schedule just a bit. Second are job opportunities. If your career depends on large corporate offices, major tech hubs, or an abundance of corporate infrastructure, Palm Springs is isolated in that sense. Our economy is built mostly around tourism and hospitality, real estate, and the service industry. So if you're coming from a big corporate environment, there are going to be some adjustments for you. Maybe remote working, occasionally commuting, and even exploring opportunities here in our industries are some decisions you'll have to make. Third is the cost of living. And while it's still more affordable than many parts of coastal California, Palm Springs isn't exactly a bargain. Housing costs run about 40% higher than the national average, and you'll definitely need a car here because our public transportation is very limited and not every neighborhood is very walkable, so you'll have to have a car for sure. Fourth is the seasonal tourism and small city amenities. Palm Springs, well, we're a resort destination, and during the peak season, you're going to see a big influx of visitors. People start coming in to the valley around October, and by January, our population almost doubles, going from 300,000 to almost 600,000. And we see the snowbirds start to leave sometime in April, but during that peak season, you will experience heavier traffic, busier restaurants, and a change in your overall rhythm of life. It may take a little bit of adjusting at first. And while our desert city offers great dining, great arts and entertainment, well, it's not quite the same as you would find in major metro areas like Los Angeles or San Francisco. And honestly, that's kind of the attraction for me and some people, but it really depends. You may have to adjust there as well. Finally, there's the desert environment itself. Living here does come with some realities like the high utility bills during our summer months. There's all those critters that invade your home, so you'll have to have regular pest inspections done. And something else you definitely should know is the limited rainfall infrastructure, and that means Palm Springs and the surrounding cities aren't really designed for heavy rainstorms, especially during our monsoon season, and that's August into September, and we can get a significant amount of rainfall in a very short period of time, and that leads to some flash flooding that causes some road closures. You'll see long drive times and a bit of traffic congestion. It's something, well, we've gotten used to here, but definitely something you want to consider and keep in mind if you're thinking about moving to the desert. Now, before we move on to what makes Palm Springs so special, I want to say I completely understand how stressful relocating can be. There's a lot of moving parts, and it can feel overwhelming and like a big leap, but you don't have to do it alone. I help people from all over the country move here to the greater Palm Springs area, and I'd like to help you too. My contact info is right here on the screen and in the description below, and whether you're still exploring or maybe ready to move right now, let's connect. I'd love to help you out. All right, now let's talk about why so many people fall in love with living here in Palm Springs. First is the weather. Yes, we talked about the hot summers, but we do get 300 days of sunshine a year, and the winters are absolutely amazing. Temperatures in the 60s and the 70s, nice cool evenings, and plenty of opportunities to be outside, when much of the country is bundled up and shoveling snow. Now, second is recreation. One of my favorite reasons to live here. Really, I think it's one of the biggest draws of the desert. Whether you love hiking, biking, golf, tennis, or pickleball, there is something for everybody. And personally, well, I'm a big hiker, and the variety of trails here in the Coachella Valley, from the scenic walks to those challenging hikes and climbs, it never gets old for me. And beyond the outdoor sports, well, we've got incredible music and film festivals, world-class polo matches, tons of events throughout the year that bring our community together. Thirdly is the lifestyle. Palm Springs is known for its resort-style living and more of a relaxed pace. The atmosphere is casual, and the traffic is lighter than our surrounding metropolitan areas like LA and San Diego. And the whole community has kind of a vacation-like vibe, and that can take the stress out of that day-to-day living. Next is the architecture and culture. Palm Springs is world famous for its mid-century modern homes and lots of beautiful palm trees. And as someone who loves design, I can tell you the architecture here really is truly inspiring. And we've got art galleries, museums, annual festivals. You put that all together and you've got a city that celebrates both creativity and style. And finally, Palm Springs is known for being open, inclusive, and welcoming to everybody. It's got a small town vibe. You know, you're walking down the streets, and as you go down the sidewalk, you're running into people you know. It makes you feel connected and like you're a part of the community, which I really enjoy. But now, before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. If you're thinking about relocating to the greater Palm Springs area, let me ask you, what is the one thing that excites you the most? And what is the one thing that worries you the most? Do me a favor, drop your answer in the comments and let's get some conversation going. And as always, if you'd like to talk one-on-one, my phone number and email are right here on the screen and linked below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.